I secretly learned Italian to surprise my BF's family and found out what they really think of me. I'm 26 and I thought I had finally found what money couldn't buy me, a real family. When I started dating Enzo 2 years ago, his huge Italian-American family was like stepping into a warm hug. Every Sunday, his mom would grab my face with both hands and kiss my cheeks, calling me Bella, like I was her own daughter. His sisters would gossip with me about their work drama. His dad would pat my shoulder and tell me I was too skinny, then pile more food on my plate. They were everything my family wasn't. See, I inherited my dad's tech company at 22. I know, poor little rich girl, right? But while it turned into this massive success, I was drowning in loneliness. My parents only called when they needed something. My siblings saw dollar signs when they looked at me. But Enzo's family seemed to love me for me. When they'd slip into Italian during dinner, I'd just smile along. They always looked so happy when they spoke it, and they'd glance at me with such warm eyes. I started bringing gifts because I wanted to contribute. $300 bottles of wine, designer scarves for his mother. When his sister mentioned student loans over dinner, I paid them off quietly. She cried when she found out and hugged me so tight I couldn't breathe. That felt like family. Their requests started gradually. Their fridge broke, so I bought them a new one. The dishwasher needed repairs, so I handled it. Enzo's cousin needed a job, so I created one at my company. Every Sunday there was a new crisis, and I threw money at it because that's what family does. I even hired Enzo despite his thin resume because I wanted to build a future together. And last year everything went sideways. My company faced a hostile takeover, and I was killing myself with 18-hour days trying to save it. I asked Enzo if I could skip a few Sunday dinners just until the crisis passed. The look on his face gutted me. Family is everything to us, he said. Money isn't more important than family. His mom texted me later saying she understood business comes first for Americans with a sad face emoji. The guilt was suffocating, so I compromised. I'd show up to dinner with my laptop and phone, taking calls between courses. They'd speak more Italian those nights, but I was too exhausted to care. I started learning Italian on red-eye flights as a surprise. I wanted to prove I wasn't just some American girl playing at family. I wanted to belong. Then Enzo's mother needed surgery, $50,000 for experimental treatment. I wrote the check immediately. But then, one day I tried to leave the family meeting early for an emergency board meeting. Enzo lost it. My mother could die and you're worried about money, he screamed. I stayed. I always stayed. 2 years of new cars in their driveway, designer clothes, Enzo's brother becoming a VP at my company despite being completely unqualified, Enzo using the company card for personal expenses that I covered. I even gave the family some startup money for their business venture of making knockoff designer bags. I was burning out trying to be everything to everyone, but they were family. Family sacrifices for each other. Then I closed the biggest deal of my career. I was euphoric racing to Sunday dinner. It was the first one I could make in over a month. I'd been studying Italian for months and planned to surprise them. I was planning to book the entire family a luxury Christmas vacation to Italy. I wanted to give them everything. I walked in glowing, ready to share my news and finally speak their language. They were mid-conversation in Italian, and for the first time I understood every single word. The stupid cow just gave me another $50,000, his mother was saying. There was never any surgery, his sister laughed. I can't believe she fell for it. Rich Americans are so gullible. My legs went numb. His father asked how much longer must Enzo pretend with this pathetic girl. Just until the wedding, Enzo said. Then I get half her company in the divorce. Julia understands the plan. Julia? Who the hell was Julia? They switched to English seamlessly. His mother grabbed my face and kissed my cheeks asking about work. Bella, she called me. Well, in Italian, they just called me a walking wallet. I sat through that entire dinner drowning in their cruelty. Every warm memory recontextualized. $800,000 I'd given to people who saw me as a mark. That night I found Julia on social media. She was Enzo's business partner. But you know what happened then? The tears stopped. I wasn't a weak person. I just forgot that for a while. I kept going to dinners, kept smiling, had lawyers quietly prepare documents, gathered evidence of Enzo's theft. Last night at Thanksgiving, I announced their Christmas gift, the Italy vacation I planned. I showed them the tickets, the villa, everything. They nearly exploded with excitement. The vacation will be everything I promised them, but it'll also be everything they deserve because in Italy, surrounded by extended family and witnesses, I'll finally speak their language. And they'll learn what happens when you mistake kindness for weakness. Full story on channel, linked below.